the first thing that I wanted to talk about, which is a super hot button issue right now, is artificial intelligence.
Oh, I have a love-hate relationship
but
with
let's
artificial intelligence.
I guess what we should probably start off with is, how are we using it to help us in our business? And then I guess maybe we could talk about what you see as like a potential downfall of the increase in use of artificial intelligence.
Well, and if you don't know what artificial intelligence is, let's just start there, because I can just tell you that in January, I'm on a panel for a DIY conference, and in January we had nothing slated for AI, and everybody was saying like AI's coming, AI's coming.
It really did,
and I was like, no, it's not. Y'all are crazy.
Fast.
No one's gonna want to talk about this, and it
blew up
fast. And I feel like everybody's using it, and now we're gonna have a full panel at the Haven DIY conference on it. And yeah, it came out of nowhere.
And we were probably really only have like just the sliver of even knowledge to understand what it's truly capable of, like in the future.
I don't even think I have a definition of it, but it's basically like computers helping you.
Computer generated intelligence.
And content and information. So the one that I'm using right now, it's pretty much, I've used a couple, but the one that I'm heavily using right now is, that I've used the most, is called ChatGPT.
Yes, I'm using that one too.
Yeah. So how that works is that you put a little prompt, you go to the website, you can just Google ChatGPT and it'll take you there. I think it's under another name too, though. What is that? Why is that escaping me?
OpenAI or something.
Yeah, OpenAI. If you just Google either one of those, it'll take you there, and you have to like be signed into Google or Facebook.
But it is free.
It is free, but they have to make sure that you're a real person. Right. So I think you usually have to sign in through like a Gmail or a Facebook, something that's already been verified somewhere else, so they know you're not a bot.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because I think all the information that it pulls on is from bots. You guys, it's like way over my head. But anyways, so you go to that website and you can put a little prompt in there. And so the first thing that I ever did was I put in a prompt. I made a reel for a carbide scraper that helps you get, varnish and paint off of something that you're stripping. So I had just used that for the first time, and I wanted to make a video on it. And I didn't know a lot about what a carbide scraper is, what it's made of, and like how you use it, how much they cost, how many, like what all the uses are for it, because it was the first time using it. So I had the footage of me using it, but I was like, I want this to actually help people. So I put in there like, write me a script for a 30-second reel. This is how specific I was about a carbide scraper. And it came back with a script for me, and it said, a carbide scraper can help you. It's a very hard surface, and it can help you remove paint or varnish, and had all the thoughts to it. So I took that, put it in my own voice, because I just cannot copy something straight that somebody else gives me. So I made it sound a little bit more like me, because it sounded like very commercial, like, get your carbide scraper today for $19.99. It sounded very salesy, and that's not the type of video it was. So I put it a little bit in my own voice. And put it up, and the reel did actually pretty good. So that was the first time that I used it. And moving forward, I don't use it for content creation ideas, but I know people are doing that.
Oh, wow.
But I have used it to write my descriptions, to help write descriptions for YouTube, and captions a lot for Instagram Reels, because I don't want to, because nobody even reads the caption on a reel, but I want to have it there, and I want it to have good SEO if people are searching for stuff. So mostly I'm using it to write captions on Instagram.
Yes, same. I'm using it to write captions and also some copywriting. I think when I do it for my job for several different people, it helps me just spark some ideas more. Like I'll just write a couple keywords, like write me a caption for this. And then I'll kind of use some of that and form my own caption. I don't think I ever use it copy
word
and paste.
For word. I totally wouldn't do that, you guys. Like it's so tempting to do that. And it's so tempting to go to it for every single thing. But I'm only really using it if I'm stuck, or if it's something that really doesn't matter, like a YouTube description. Like it needs to be full of SEO, but it doesn't need to be written well. Yeah. But I still always change it a little bit. But I have a communications background, so I used to write for a living. So I think that's partly a me thing. But as much as you can put it in your own voice, because a computer is never going to know your voice, at least they don't yet. It would be interesting to put the prompt in there, write this in as pretty distressed Christina Mascari. And I have enough of a, footprint out there that maybe it would put it in my voice. It would be interesting to see if that happens.
That's kind of scary.
I know, it's scary. We should do that. We should do a little test.
So are there any I know there's other tools you're using.
There's other tools. Well, so now that we're podcasting, there are actually really great tools out there. If you have podcasts, like long format videos or like a talking head video where you're mostly just talking at the camera, and not necessarily a tutorial like I do. They have different websites. One that we've tried is munch.com, I think. And now I'm going to forget the other one.
Vidyo.ai.
Vidyo.ai.
Vidyo.
Okay.
.ai.
And we'll link all that in the description box for you guys. So what you do is you can take either your video that you can link it directly from YouTube, or if you have like the hard copy of a M4V file, you can upload it in there and it will actually go through there and it will chop up little like 15-second, 30-second reels or TikToks, and it will even put captions over it. It goes through and it searches out what it thinks people would want to see, and it's specifically for key terms that are trending. It'll pull those out. And so we've done that on a couple of videos and it was decent. I wouldn't say that it's like 100% there, because I still had to edit some stuff, and some of the stuff it pulled out, I'm like, this is super long. No one's ever going to watch it. Like, so I clipped something from later in the video and pieced them together. So I think it's close. It's helpful, but I don't think it's like quite there yet in terms of like, it's blowing my mind.
Well, and I think the thought is the more that people use the AI software, the better it will get. That's what what they are saying.
What they are saying. Who's they?
When I read up on it.
It just makes me feel like, have y'all seen The Terminator?
Yes.
Okay. I'm dating myself here. I'm over 40. But technology I think is awesome. So that's why I tried to not completely ignore it. But at the same time, it feels like it's soul sucking a little bit to me.
Well, do you think that, I don't think it eliminates individual creativity, but it certainly dampens it in a way, don't you think? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think there's positives and negatives to any new technology that comes out. My concern is that people are going to it and being like, give me 10 ideas for YouTube videos that are going to, pop off, that people are searching for. And then they're just taking whatever they put into, then they take that topic and say, write me a YouTube script on this topic. And then they're just straight reading whatever that gives them. I don't know if people are doing that. I think it's too early to see if people are doing that. But I just know, like, just TikTok alone, people using the same sound over and over again, like, it hurts my soul as a creative. Yeah. Like, I get sick of seeing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So that's like my only concern with AI is like, is everything going to start being the same?
The same.
And it's scrolling. It is scrolling the internet to get this information. That's where it's getting the information from. So at some point, somebody wrote something and they're regurgitating it back to you. So in my mind, it's copyright infringement because it's pulling it from other sources. And basically, I wouldn't think that it was that it would be changing the text at all, but I don't know. We don't really know how it works yet.
I don't fully understand it. There's still so much to learn.
But I don't think that you should just be like, I'm not going to use it at all because of how fast it's come on. I think if you don't start using it in certain ways to help your productivity, you are going to like slip behind. Like, it helps improve. Instead of spending 20 minutes on an Instagram reel, I can spend 5 minutes on an Instagram reel caption now.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm still trying to figure it out. Well, I'm not a huge, super big fan of it though, if I'm being honest. So
yeah. The one that scares me is the voice.
Oh,
AI.
Have you seen the scary TikToks about that?
Yes. But I was watching a video on Think Media and they were talking about it. And they said you could literally just insert a script and one sample of your voice, and then it will like narrate or do voiceover for you.
So if we weren't doing a video of our podcast, we could literally just write a script, do AI of our voices, and they would just go.
Yeah.
While we're sitting there working on something else. That's wild. Okay, that's kind of cool.
It's cool, but it's scary too.
Scary too.
Like,
it takes the humanity out of it.
How do you know it's real anymore if that's what we go to?
The scary video we're talking about, if you haven't seen this TikTok, is they're spoofing people's voices. So whether they're getting like your kid's voice off of your Instagram or something that you posted your Facebook, and then these people will go in, put that clip in the AI, and then they can make it sound like your kid. So this lady got a phone call and it sounded like her daughter being like, "Mom, help me. Like, these people have me." And they were trying to get like money from this woman. But gratefully, she figured out my daughter is home and she's upstairs. But like, what if your kid was at school and you got that phone call?
Yeah, that's pretty
scary. Terrifying and disgusting.
But that's the thing. I mean, anything can be put out there with good intentions and people can then take it and use it for not good things, right? So I don't know. We'll keep talking about it.
Yeah, it's definitely not going away.
No, it isn't going away. I think the uses of it are only going to increase. But I'm a fan if it allows us to get more done in less time. I'm also a fan of, I haven't found like a good one yet, but there are programs for thumbnails for YouTube. And can I just tell you guys that my least favorite thing, I have the video done, I have it all edited. And then you have to do the thumbnail.
I have the music, like I have it, and then I have to do the thumbnail. And the thumbnail is so important on YouTube, you guys, because they will show my videos. They'll show this video to... They'll push it out to our subscribers. And if they don't click on it, then YouTube is like, this probably isn't a good video. We're not going to push it out to people that aren't Christina's subscribers. So the thumbnail and the click-through rate on the thumbnail are so important. So it is just a huge stressor for me. And I'm not really good at graphics. Like, I just use Canva. I don't even use Photoshop to do mine. And I'm just like, I've done like 150 videos now, guys. And I just still have not figured out the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just guess and check, and I have not nailed it. So if there is AI out there that's going to tell me this would be the perfect thumbnail for this video, I might just believe it just to take the stress.
I know.